Hey guys, I just want to start off this video by talking about the horrific racism incident yet again with Vinícius Jr. He was subjected to a lot of racial abuse against Valencia in La Liga, who are battling against relegation right now. And Vinícius Jr. did exactly what everybody expected him to do, did exactly what he should have done, and stand up for himself, and he actually was sent off. I'm not sure if this was directly as a result of what he did. I didn't watch the incident. I saw a lot of reports, and I saw what he posted on Instagram, and it said, and I quote, "The prize the racist won was my sending off. It's not football, it's La Liga." I obviously condone any forms of racism as somebody who's dealt with a lot of racism in my life. I, on behalf of Manchester City Football Club, support you, my man. This is one of the best football players, one of the top 3 best football players in the world right now. This should still not be happening. La Liga is disgusting. It's not just La Liga, a lot of fans in England do this, especially in Serie A too. Of course, ESPN FC, being on the wrong side of history, yet again posted this on their community tab. Vinícius Jr. holding up the number 2 sign, making fun of the Valencia fans for going down to the Segunda League. Really? That's the angle you're going with this? Is that really the story? Is that really what you have to post? Are you serious? Regardless, to Real Madrid, to any Real Madrid fan, to Real Madrid, to Vinícius Jr., we're with you, bro. As you know, today is my 23rd birthday. Me and my family, we were at the Turkish consulate to go vote in the Turkish election. I know none of you give a shit, but still, we were there. We had some great food. We took pictures near the flag. It was great. It was awesome. I also FaceTimed Uncle Gundogan, but unfortunately the footage got deleted, so I can't share that with you. Seeing those pictures of my uncle holding that trophy, a 5-time Premier League champion. Hearing Roy Keane, one of the greatest leaders in Premier League history, one of the best midfielders we've ever seen in the Premier League, call him a special player. That just shows you his greatness. I'm probably gonna say like 17% of you are not yet convinced that he's my actual uncle. So I did some digging and I found an interview where he was discussing about his family. And it actually proves everything that I want you to know, and it puts me in the clear. So the interviewer literally in his first question said, "Are you related to NewGorkCity?" And this is what my uncle said.
True. Yes. I love it. Back yourself.
The interviewer also asked my uncle if he actually believed the rhetoric surrounding me about him not actually being my actual uncle. This is what he had to say.
Definitely false. What? Who?
You see that? You can stop asking me now. Yeah, İlkay Gundogan is a 5-time Premier League champion. I still cannot believe I'm saying those words. A lot of 5-time champions in our squad right now. And in 48 games this season, he scored 9 goals, 7 assists. 13 of those goal contributions, 8 goals, 5 assists coming in the Premier League. To remind you that when people were riling about how good Bruno Fernandes was, a couple of years ago, he won 2 back-to-back Premier League Player of the Month awards. And then İlkay Gundogan went on that hilarious streak. I think he scored like 14 goals in like 14 games, or like 13 goals in like 14 games. And he won 2 back-to-back Premier League Player of the Month trophies right after Bruno Fernandes too. So that was the most epic thing I think I've ever seen. And then we went on like a 21-game win streak in all competitions, which I still think at the time, I'm not sure, it was like top 5 in football history. I'm in the top 5 leagues. Absolutely no Man City fan is going to forget his brace against Aston Villa. That was the stuff of legend right there. Just looking at some of his stats this season and some of the statistics compared to some of the other midfielders in the world, and especially in the league. He has 2.09 total shots total, which is in the 94th percentile. 0.17 assists per game, which is in the 81st percentile. His pass completion rate is 87.6%, which is in the 87th percentile. I think Rodri has the best pass completion rate in Premier League history for a single season. Now, obviously, his tackles, interceptions, blocks are in like the low 21st, 16th percentile, but that's not what he's known for. Now, we did offer him a contract until 2024 with an option to extend until 2025, which I think he's probably going to reject. I honestly believe, in my humble opinion, it's sad to hear coming from his blood relative, but we probably might have just seen the last of İlkay Gundogan at the Etihad. I hope to God that is not true. I would cut off a leg to see him play at Manchester City for another year. It says here that he's on £140,000 a week. We can definitely increase that to 180 maybe for the next year or 2 or so. And hopefully that should be enough to convince him, because he definitely deserves that. He is without a doubt one of the greatest midfielders in the history of the Premier League. He is legitimately a Premier League legend. He is a big game player. He is my uncle. He is without a doubt one of the best football players we've ever had at Manchester City Football Club. I hope the club, Pep Guardiola, and all the other young players do everything in their power to make sure that he goes off with the most amount of trophies he can get his hands on. Remember his interview? His hands are not that tired, his arms are not that tired. He could still hold 2 more trophies. İlkay Gundogan, we believe in you. We love you, man. We hope you can stay. I'm going to be an emotional wreck if this guy decides to leave. There's talks of him going to Arsenal or Barcelona. Obviously, I would love him to go to Barcelona than Arsenal, but I don't think he's going to choose Arsenal. Yep, he is a 5-time champion, and he should be respected as a special player, as Roy Keane said, one of the biggest legends we've seen in the Premier League in the last 10 years. Thank you all so much for watching.